My name is Dr. John Harmon, and I've been asked to give you a brief explanation of the X39 stem cell activation patch, what it does, and how it works. Just a little brief introduction of myself. I've been a chiropractor for 32 years. My background my focus has changed over the last 10 years to be focused more on brain issues after my own family had some pretty severe emotional trauma, and I needed to find things to help my own daughters get their brains right. That led to the founding of Clear Mind Center of Idaho, where we do help people get their brains right with microcurrent neurofeedback. We do some functional neurology and other things to help those issues of depression and anxiety and PTSD and OCD and all of those things start to subside and go away and help people return to their normal self. So the X39 stem cell activation patch I've been using for about 20 months now. It is truly reversal of age when worn over a longer period of time. I am almost 70 now. My actual hair color has changed. It has gotten a lot darker. It used to be a lot more gray. And it's kind of fun, not something that I was seeking. The real benefits have come internally as far as my health is concerned, and I feel at least 15 years younger. So how did that happen? The intriguing part of the X39 is not only the simplicity, but the genius of how they were created. This little patch right here, I'll show it to you. It's like a little Band-Aid, and you can see the whitish part on the inside. I'm going to be telling you about those crystals. This is a new form of crystal structure that the inventor developed, and I'll tell you specifically how that works, why that is. David Schmidt invented a way to repurpose the energy we are already making in our body. Isn't that crazy? We are emitting photons of light and far infrared, near infrared, and other biophotons out into the room around us. David Schmidt figured out how to specifically reflect back in portions of those biophotons and frequencies back into our body after figuring out several things. One, which parts of those frequencies would actually activate certain pathways in our body. So then he had to figure out, how can I get that back into the body? So he invented a new form of crystal structure. The crystal structure, we call it a crystal lattice structure, in the patch is made of amino acids, salts, sugars, stabilized oxygen. It's patented proprietary information, but each patch has a different combination that reflects back a different frequency. It's almost as if you have a dial and you can dial it. Okay, now I want to make more stem cells. This is what happens when you place that patch anywhere on the body. It starts to signal your body to create more of a signaling molecule that we used to make more of when we were younger, speaking for myself and others close to my age, but it starts to decline. It's called the GHK copper peptide. It's a signaling molecule. It repairs 4,200 of our genes. It has marvelous effects in the body for wound healing, skin smoothing, hair regrowth, lung protective, anti-cancer, very good for the cardiovascular system, and many more. And you can find all kinds of information about this GHK copper peptide on PubMed, on the National Institute of Health. All you got to do is type in, you can just Google it, GHK copper peptide. All kinds of research will come up. This is what gets elevated in our bloodstream when we wear the patch. One of the benefits is that it activates production of what are called pluripotent stem cells, P-L-U-R-I, potent stem cells. Those are basically non-differentiated cells, meaning they're kind of in the, forgive me for using this term, embryo form, in that they can become any cell in the body that needs to be replaced or repaired. So stem cells are the regenerative crew. They go about the body. They're attracted to inflammation because that's where bad things are happening. They can become another cell. It stimulates regeneration and repair in our body. If we can do that over a sustained amount of time, then our cells don't die off so quickly. They stay young and healthy longer. And now we have a situation where you have reverse aging. It's not just anti-aging that these stem cells are all about. Stem cell injections, on the other hand, are either extracted from your bone marrow or blood or somehow, but you're still getting your old stem cells. These are not brand new pluripotent stem cells. Or they can be extracted from the umbilical cord of a recent birth and you're getting somebody else's stem cells, which brings up a whole different category of issues that I personally don't want to deal with. When you activate your own stem cells, your body is making and reversing the age of your stem cells and making new stem cells so that they can go throughout the body and do that. So the key factors here that I want you to remember are the crystal lattice structure that's in that patch reflects back certain narrow bands of frequencies back into the body that activate production of that peptide that activates your production of your own brand new pluripotent stem cells. This is why we call it the stem cell activation patch. They do not have stem cells in them. Nothing goes from the patch into the body. It's a sealed polyester sleeve. It is not a transdermal patch. It's non-latex. It simply sticks to the body. Anywhere on the body will do. It's like wearing a Band-Aid. Grandma can remember to put that on her body to help her get well and maybe do a little reverse aging there. Over 90 studies have been done on the patches, and the company had to prove to the US Patent Office that it does indeed, through blood tests, it does indeed raise the GHK copper peptide in the bloodstream. I encourage you to reach out to the person who invited you to watch this video about how these work. Get one of these stem cell activation patches on your body, start reversing your own age, repairing your body. Most people will start to feel something shift inside of their body within the first 30 days. The rest feel it sometime after 2 months. My big shift didn't come till about 4.5 months. I encourage people to know and use these for a decade for each, 1 month for each decade of their life to get full regeneration. And when you get to that point, the aging process marches on. You can either continue to use the reversal aging stem cell activation patches or not. For me and my family, we choose to continue to use them, and we'll continue to use them for the rest of our lives to help us look and feel the best that we possibly can. So stem cell activation patches, get them on your body. And I want to encourage you to reach out to the person who sent you to this video. Hopefully we'll see you again sometime.